Just gonna wait here for a few people to join before I start talking. Hello, Chaser Mike. Right now I am at Tynan Road, east of Mazan, on the Chillicothe sub. About 50 degrees out right now, but very windy, so I'm not going to be standing outside out in the middle of nowhere out here. How's everyone doing this morning? Gonna try this live stream again. Tried doing one last night, but I guess the area I was in didn't have very good internet, so I had to cut that one early. I'm gonna try to go for a little while this time. Yeah, it's always the problem with the warm day in winter. Never gonna be warm, or never gonna be not windy. Hopefully, we get some train action here pretty soon. Heard a few trains go by earlier. I was in church this morning and heard a few trains go by. Nothing too special. Just one K3LA and two K5HLs. Always hope for something special in this line, but you never know when that's going to happen. Morning, Isaiah. Oh, now we're getting the people in. How y'all doing this morning? Just sitting out here at Tynan Road, east of Mazan on the Chili. Waiting for some good old orange BNSF action. Orange train good. Hello, Real Fan Brian. I don't know if the camera's picking up any wind noise or not. Let me know if it is. I'll pull the camera back in a little bit. Very nice, Isaiah. I don't do a whole lot of HO scale stuff. I mostly do N scale, and predominantly I do Amtrak stuff because I've always liked how Amtrak has changed over the years. I mostly do the Phase 3, 4, and 5 stuff. I don't do a lot of the early Amtrak because I grew up watching a lot of the Amtrak trains in the early 2000s. The Empire Builder and the Hiawatha trains I used to see quite a bit. Back when they used to be kind of a rainbow mix of colors. Oh, isn't it? Where do we have to go to find good internet around here? I've got 4 or 5 bars of LTE. I don't know how it's not light said reconnecting. I apologize again if the stream goes out. I'm not used to this streaming business, but I want to try and do this more often. Just have a good old chat with you guys. But if the internet keeps going wonky, then ain't much I can do about that. Well, then maybe find a different cell provider. I would love to do live streams from my computer at my house. Unfortunately, the internet there is not really suited for live streaming. My general upload speeds there are about 1 megabyte per second, which, if you know anything about internet speeds, yeah, that's not going to work. It could probably work, but it would just be very delayed, so it wouldn't be really good for talking to you guys, answering questions and whatnot. But I'm not going to be living in Braceville forever, so maybe when I do eventually find a new house somewhere, hopefully I can get some better internet. Some with at least like maybe 10 megabytes up. We'll see. Or I might move in with my dad temporarily when my mom and stepdad move out to Pennsylvania. Looking forward to going out to PA more often. They got a house in Conneaut Lake, which is just across the border from Ohio. And pretty much right along the route of the Bessemer there. So you might be seeing some Bessemer trains coming this summer once we can go out there more often. Probably a lot of NS trains out there and all that good jazz. I'm hoping maybe first Tuesday in May, I can get out to the Gina nuclear plant in upstate New York. They still got their old system of P-10s and Banshees that I've really been wanting to do for a long time. I've just never been able to get out there. And now that I'm going to have the house in Pennsylvania that I can stay at for free, then it's going to be a lot easier to do that. Hoping maybe I can get Burns, Noy, Calvin, and the rest of those guys to come with too, if I decide to do that. And maybe I'll try and get some of the Exelon plants out there in Pennsylvania. I think TMI's closed. Oyster Creek's closed. Could do Peach Bottom and Limerick. The Limerick system's really dense. 165 sirens in a 10-mile zone. I don't know if you can kind of see it back there. There's a T-128 back there that's part of the Braidwood zone. And combined all together with Braidwood, LaSalle, and Dresden, I think the total comes to 94 for 3 plants. And Limerick has 165 for 1 plant. My goodness, that is dense. And it's all T-128s out there. And I think every old siren in that system was a Thunderbolt. I don't think there were any 2001s in the Limerick system before they upgrade them all to T-128s. That would have been great to hear. I think most of them were Thunderbolt 1000s, so they sounded pretty similar to the T-128s. I know there was at least one 1000T, but I have no idea how many there were. Because again, there were 165. If I can ever pull up my Google map at some point, I gotta show you this one siren in the Limerick zone that's literally in the middle of a forest. Like there is no road to it. There's like a very obscure walking path to it. It's at least a half mile away from any road. And most of the satellite images, you can't even see it because it's covered by the thick trees out there. You have to go back to, I think it was like April 2013 imagery when there weren't leaves on the trees to see it. You can see both the Thunderbolt and the T-128 there. Where's that time machine when I need one? Not just for those plants. I want to do the old sirens in this plant, or the 3 plants around here. It used to be quite the smorgasbord of old sirens. So how's everyone doing this morning? Got any questions for me? I'm willing to answer any questions right now, at least related to trains or sirens. Don't ask me any personal questions or anything. If you want me to talk about something else, feel free to give me some topic ideas. Right now, just waiting to see some orange trains on the good old Chili. Sometimes Sunday mornings can be really busy. Other times they're completely dead. You never know sometimes. All right. Okay, for some reason my chat just doesn't update. I gotta go through. A question: why doesn't the H1-9s have PTC? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know why BNSF doesn't equip them. I mean, you can tell up on top of the cab there if they have the antennas or not. Either the full PTC antenna farm or what I call the fin antennas. And for whatever reason, the H1-9s just never got them. Same thing too with the fake bonnets. Oh, jeez, I zoomed in way. So I don't know why. And yet, for some reason, a lot of the War Bonnet -9s have received PTC. Explain that one to me. Oh my god, why does it keep zooming in? No, I heard a few trains going through church this morning, but I haven't seen anything out here yet. Gonna try and go real fancy soon. Brought my GE bell as well. Nice. You should try to do like I don't know if you got like a battery pack or something. You should try and do dual bells with another crossing. It'd be nice to hear that thing mixing in with like a GS Type 2 or Satran Type 3, or even like a mechanical bell. I missed when you said hi to me. Oh, sorry. I don't even remember when I said that. What's up? Not much. Just waiting on some trains, as usual. CSX 171 with NS and BNSF. Whose railroad is that again? I don't know. I always love it when that happens. After the stream ended last night, I didn't see too many more trains. Mainly just the city of New Orleans going through Kankakee. Have you been to Shelby, Indiana? I was literally just there yesterday. I caught the CSX northbound mixed train. I think that's Q641 going through Shelby. Have you heard of a train game called Train Simulator? Name me one real fan that hasn't heard of that. I will pay you $5 to find me one person who has never heard of Train Simulator, at least in the rail fan community. Waiting on 4003, but no updates. And that's 4003, one of the main units. Nice. I think it was either that one or 4002 I saw a few years ago. Can't remember if I've seen 4003. Haven't seen 4000 yet. Well, the Sonic bonnet. It's on 27N today. Nice. Not sure if that comes to the Chicago area or not. How about Sheldon, Illinois? I don't think I've been to Sheldon. Is that by Centralia? Or am I thinking of a different town? I can't remember. I know there's a Shattuck down there by Centralia. I can't remember if there's a Sheldon. There's at least 2 SH towns down there. Yes, I have played different Train Simulator games. I've played Microsoft Train Simulator. I've done like the Train Simulator 2013. And I sometimes play Run 8. Sheldon's by. Oh, that Sheldon. Okay. Yeah, I've been to Sheldon there. I thought I heard a horn. But yeah, I've been to that Sheldon before. I've seen. Oh, here we go. Get my camera rolling. All right, not bad. 70-mile-an-hour hot shot. A lot of UPS business on that one. You delay that train, you're getting fired. Yeah, let's see here. Of all locations you visited, what's your favorite? That's a tough one to answer. Trying to think. There's a lot of favorite towns I have, like classics. When I lived in Ohio, I liked to visit Bellevue quite a bit because you got like 6 different NS lines that converge there, and you got the Wheeling and Lake Erie that comes in. Around here, Coal City, it's a good place to hang out. The spot I usually hang out at by Broadway Street, you can get horns going by 3 crossings there. If you get a really good horn going by, it's quite the show. As far as sirens go, probably the 2 favorite towns I have, Toluca, which has the Cyclone and 4 Thunderbolts in a town of 1,300 people. Let me tell you, that sounded amazing. And then, you can hear him going through the zone. Echoing off the green elevator there. And then the other favorite town as far as sirens go is Hamilton, Ohio. Man, when I did that ambience shot in July 2018, that was probably the happiest I've ever been recording a siren test. That sounded so freaking awesome. And I'm probably going to go back and do it again at some point from a different perspective. I think maybe sometime this summer, what I'll do is do a first Tuesday test somewhere down south and then head straight to Hamilton, Ohio after that. Spend the night in Hamilton and then do the siren test there on first Wednesday. Let's see. What direction are you facing? I am facing north. North at the crossing. Troy Davison, they have a lot of 3 T22s. That sounds pretty nice. 2 T22s and 3 T22s are probably my favorite siren overall. That used to be what was right by my house in Morris growing up, so I used to hear that quite a bit. Hello, Austin. I've already had the stream going longer than last night. Only had 1 reconnecting issue so far. Knock on wood. I have no wood in this car. Any trains? Yeah, you just missed one. Had a westbound Z train just go by. 2-9s in the Gevo. Sorry. Been kind of fighting a cold last week. Yeah, Train Simulator 2013. Yeah, it's the first one I bought, and I don't usually play it very often. Once in a while, I'll turn it on, but and just go back. Oh, there you go. Turn to all the 3016s with 8032Bs. Where are you from? That sounds like Sterling Heights, but I don't want to say that that's where you're from. Gevos are called roarers. Yeah, they do have quite a deep roar to them. Actually, last night I caught the Amtrak Cardinal with a -8 leading. That sounds a lot like a Gevo because it's got a 12-cylinder engine in it. Like, I was hearing it approaching, like, is that a Gevo leading or is that a -8? It's like, no, it's a -8. Shelby Township. Oh, okay. Is that the one that does the Halloween blast every year? Boy, that would suck if they're replacing all the 3016s. But hey, that's more for Calvin Burns and Noy to do at Halloween up there. Yeah, that's why I don't really play that game very much. Like I said, that and I just don't really play train simulators much. I spend so much time working on videos, working on web pages for the crossing website, and photographing, filming, that I just never have time for train simulators. Railstream webcam is just a few miles online. Yeah, I know that. So this is basically the free version of that. If you don't want to pay the Railstream subscription. Of course, I'm a lot more sporadic. Of course, if you want a free version of this line, you can go watch the Plata. It's not the Chillicothe sub, it's the Marceline sub, but you see most of the same trains that come through here. The only different ones are the mixed freights out there. Plus, you get Amtrak, which you do not get Amtrak through here. Only unless they're detouring off the Mendota sub. Which I have seen a few times. Who else wants to rock? I'd love to rock, but I'm afraid if I play any copyrighted music on here, I'm going to get with a copyright strike. And yeah, I'm not risking that. So I'd be a train driver. Just about any railroad. I would like BNSF if I do that, but I'd go with any of them, except for maybe Union Pacific, because I've heard they've got a lot of problems recently. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook who are not too happy with Union Pacific at the moment. Well, technically, I have been a train driver. I operated steam trains at Cedar Point on the Cedar Point Lake Erie Railroad. It's a really small train, so I don't really count it as much, but it is a train. It's a 3-foot narrow gauge coal-fired steam locomotive. Well, we got 4 coal-fired steam locomotives there, and I've run and fired all 4 of them. That was a great job. I want to go back there at some point. It's just another westbound. Yep, that was that should have been the ZG4CI heading the City of Industry. Ace Gevo AC44 up front and a Gevo mid train. You got the same exact camera. Yeah, the Canon Vixias. The man, the myth, the legend is here, Mr. David Prince. Welcome, dude. You going to stream on the Juliet sub? Probably not today. I probably will at some point in the future. It's harder to get like a lot of trains on one stream there because it's not as busy. I still need to upload my backlog. Yeah, you and me both. I think I got videos back to the 10th right now of January to upload. And I've still got pictures from 2015 to get up on the site. So, but some of those are going to be posted on February 12th. What kind of car do you have? A 2018 Chevy Cruze. Bought this thing new back in May of 2018. It's the second 2018 Chevy Cruze I've had. The first one I had was black, and unfortunately that one got totaled in an accident. Some lady ran a red light in Sandusky and smashed into the side of my car. That was not a fun experience. I mean, I wasn't injured or anything, but yeah, I was not too happy about that. Yeah, if you go back on the site and look at some pictures I have from January to April 2018, you'll see that black Chevy Cruze. Again, it didn't last too long. And then before that, I had a 2007 Ford Focus. And then my first vehicle was a 1992 GMC Sierra 1-ton. That's a beast of a truck. And we still have it, too, in the family. My stepfather currently drives it because he likes older vehicles. He doesn't like newer cars or trucks. What happened to the Focus? The transmission went out on it, and it needed a lot of other work done to it. Excuse me. So I just decided to get a brand new car, and because the amount of repairs it would cost, it would be more than the value of the car. So that car ended up going to the scrapper. Yep, all top hat dash 9s are gone. Rebuilt in the C6Ms, except for one which got wrecked in an accident. That was such an ironic derailment because, well, the anti-climbers failed on it and another locomotive, and I think it was 4063 that on top of the standard cab dash 9. So you had a rebuilt version of a standard cab dash 9 ending up on top of a non-rebuilt standard cab dash 9. I just found that so funny. I'm probably the only one that's funny, but I don't know. I just found it very ironic. And now both of those engines are scrapped. So far, the only C6N to get scrapped. Yeah, I've seen pictures of the 3633 derailment. Could be the first Tier 4 scrapped. Who knows? I know they got the 4001 repainted, but I guess there's a lot of like electrical work that's still got to go on because that was rebuilt by a different company, it in the 4000. So I guess there's some compatibility issues with a lot of the electronics on it. If I'm recalling right, I might be wrong on that, but I know there was something either electrical or mechanical that's hard to fix. In the 9939 derailment. Yeah, that was a scary video. No, 4000 and 4001, they were rebuilt by AMP, I think, of Danville, New York. They were not rebuilt by NS themselves. They were outsourced. And then all rebuilds past that were done by either NS or by GE. It's about half the C6Ms were rebuilt by GE. Yeah, I know, that's a shame with the shops being chopped. You want to talk about chopped? There was that one SD40-2, I think it was 3463, that they were in the process of giving an Admiral cab at Roanoke shops, and they shut down the Roanoke shops while the cab was chopped off of it, and now NS has it on for sale, most likely for scrap. What the hell? My nose really get plugged up here. I'm all sitting. I don't really want to walk outside though because it's super windy, so all you're gonna hear is wind noise. Dash 9s in the original paint scheme are rare. They're not rare yet, but if NS keeps up the C6M program, they will be eventually. Something you should probably go for now is the YN2 AC 4400s. And we got another westbound coming. Oh yeah, go for the YN2 AC 4400s because CSX is rebuilding their AC 44s now, so those YN2s are going to become rare soon. All right. Okay, well, there's something you don't see often. CN being used as a DPU on this line. Hey. Alright, let's see. Lag almost made us miss the train. Sorry about that. I have 4 bars of LTE out here. I don't know how it's lagging so much. What is going on with my screen? I don't know. Sorry, dude. Put down the camera. Car coming. The B stands for boxcar. I'm not sure about that. All right. I don't know if it's so far today or westbounds. I don't know where the eastbounds are at. Because there was a car coming, I didn't want to make it look like I was filming him. So all these pounds are dead. Now I'm thinking of the song, all my friends are dead. All these pounds are dead. All these pounds are dead. I don't know if you noticed too that that CN engine on the back, the front of it actually had his red marker lights on. Yeah, I couldn't really see. That's the problem with trying to stream over cellular networks. Can't wait till 5G becomes a thing. I know it's becoming a thing now in like urban areas, like in downtown Chicago, but hopefully in another 10 years or so it'll become like what LTE is currently. We'll see. T-Mobile claims the nationwide 5G network. Yeah, no, it's not yet. There's no way they could have gotten a nationwide network this quickly. You know, it's taken LTE long enough to get to where it's at now. What was it, about 10 years ago, the first 4G phones came out. And I had the first 4G phone too. It was the HTC Evo. But that was on a different band of 4G. It wasn't even LTE. Goodbye. Yep, have a good day. And the iPhone 11 Pro. Nice. I've got the LG V30 Plus as my daily phone. Not a bad phone overall, but sometimes it has some issues. As long as you don't leave any urban areas. Exactly, David. Exactly. We are in Chicago, LA, and New York. So we're everywhere. We're nationwide. Galaxy S5. Oof, that's a few years old now. What are they on now? Like the S11? I don't know. I can't remember what they're on now. I don't pay attention to phone models that much. I used to be a big techie, but I don't really follow it as much anymore. Nowadays, it's just like give me a phone that works. I used to be an iPhone user for a while, and then I decided to switch back to Android. So far, I'm liking it. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, I know which G6M you're talking about. It got the hood swapped off of an NS-9 that was still in the old paint scheme. That's what happened there. So now there's a Dash 9 running around with the Horsehead logo with a black cab. What was it 4144? I think was the number on that C6M. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that. Good thing you made channel as not made for kids. That's not even just that. That was the big concern for me. The big concern was if I marked my channel as made for kids, my ad revenue got cut drastically, so I would not be able to do YouTube as much. This is the main reason why you see so many videos from me nowadays. Why I've been able to do daily uploads for the most part. I know I've been kind of slacking recently, but I keep trying to do daily uploads. But that's why, is because of the ad revenue and because my channel's blown up so much in the last few years. And again, I just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are the one that made that possible. That's made all this possible for me. Without you guys, I'd probably be working some like shitty hotel job somewhere that I wouldn't like. Well, I suppose that wouldn't be true. I'd probably be working at Cedar Point still if I didn't have YouTube money. Let me know if the wind noise is interfering or not, because some of it's trying to get into the car. It's coming from the southwest, and I think my car is blocking it for the most part. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's why I'm not standing outside right now, because all you'd be hearing is wind otherwise. Hopefully when it gets nicer out, I'll do more streams from outside. Kind of similar to what Game Train was doing this past summer, like the Delight rail cam, or I forget what other rail cams he did. So what is that now? 3 or 4 trains that have gone by? So not too bad today. You got no eastbounds. Usually eastbounds are my preferred train to catch. Yeah, 3 trains. That's what I thought. How come no eastbounds? I'm not sure. There have been some days where I look at the ATCS for the Chili, and there's nothing almost all the way back to Fort Madison, Iowa. It's like, what the heck? How can we prefer? Okay. How come we prefer eastbounds? Because oftentimes they'll send all the stuff like from California. You can see them coming east. Like especially on days where like I do the Chili 2 days in a row. Like you'll see the eastbounds the first day, and then the second day you'll have the westbounds with the same exact power you saw the day before. And with the eastbounds, it usually stays pretty new and fresh. But today, I didn't do the Chili yesterday, so pretty much everything today is fresh for the week. I think we might have another westbound coming. Hallelujah. Thought I heard a K5HL. And the wind's coming out of the west, so I can't hear westbounds coming too well. Pretty much not until they're right on top of Reed Road. I think I heard another train coming. Yep. Actually, that may be an eastbound. Yep, I think we finally have an eastbound coming. Oh, try to get to the stream at least an hour. In the future, I'll probably try to do like 2 and 3 hour streams if I can do them from my computer at home. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Yeah, he's coming up to Mazan at the moment. So he's probably about 5 minutes away. There's some days when I'm sitting at Mazan, I can hear eastbounds all the way back to Ransom, which is over 10 miles away. That's usually the first I've ever heard sound travel is about 10 miles. You know, for sirens and for trains. So I used to live up in Morris. Morris is about 10 miles away from Mazan. And some days when I get home from school, I would hear trains in Mazan 10 miles away. And likewise, sitting in Mazan, I've also heard. Oh, I gotta put the car coming. I gotta put this down again. Okay, sorry about that. I just don't want to make someone think I was filming them. There's usually not too many cars on this road, so I'm usually pretty safe out here. Yep, he's going through Mazan now. Yep, just blew for Grand Ridge Road, and then he'll be blowing for Old Mazan Road. Then it'll be this road. Quite slow these days for the most part. Actually, it's been fairly busy today. This is the 4th train we've had in an hour now, so not too bad for the chili. Alright, start recording on the camcorder here. As soon as it focuses. And go. right. 6 engines on that one. That might have been the ABQ WSP. Oh, for goodness sakes. Usually he bounces a lot of power back to core with. Choo choo. How fast does the train go? Wit. Well, that train was probably doing 70 through here. Or at least 65. Hey, Ethan, good to see you again. Eastbound approaching Tulsa. Yep. No, this is the Chillicothe sub game train. You're not going to see 70-mile-an-hour Z trains on the Mendota sub. And another car approaching. Chili is good food. Yes, it is. I don't know if you've ever been to... Do you go to Wisconsin much, game train? Go to Milwaukee. Go to Real Chili on Wells Avenue. Best chili you will ever have. Hands down. Once you have Real Chili, all other chilies just pale. John and I went there last week. What are you doing? I am live streaming, watching trains. Let's see, how far northwards in Wisconsin can you go to? I could probably go up to like Green Bay area, or maybe up to La Crosse at some point. We'll see. Yeah, it just all depends on how much money I got at the moment, how much I can spend. You know, there's so many other areas I want to visit too, in all different directions. So I gotta decide which ones I want to do, which ones I want to save. Coal City. I was in Coal City at 8:15:19. Nice. I usually hang out by Broadway Street. Which one were you at? Really looking forward to the Memphis Siren Invasion later this year. Gonna be doing that in late June. June 24th, I think, is the date. Might finally get to meet David Prince in person. Been a long time coming. Hopefully it can finally happen this year. I was at Division Street. Okay. It's the farthest point in Iowa you can go to. I could probably go anywhere in Iowa. Just depends on the time and the money. You know, there's sometimes I have a lot of money, sometimes I don't. It kind of fluctuates. Yeah, we do need to meet someday, Ethan. It's too bad I don't go back to Ohio anymore. It'd be a lot easier for us. If I go to Hamilton at some point this summer, I'll let you know, and maybe we can do a meetup there. Have you been to Galesburg? Yeah, a few times. When was the most recent time I was there? I think that was August 31st I was there. When are you going to film in Ohio? I'm not sure. If I do any trips out to Calvin's, I might do some stuff in Ohio then, but usually it's not much on my radar anymore. Since I live in Illinois again, I usually try to do stuff to the west and north. Got another car coming. Is this Iowa, Illinois? This is Illinois. Plan to go to Galesburg in the future. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's not as interesting to me anymore because they made most of the town a quiet zone, but it's still a good place to hang out and watch trains for a while, especially at like Peck Park on the. Why are you hiding your camera? Because I don't want people to think I'm trying to film them. People are really weird about that nowadays, and I don't want people to try to call the cops on me for filming them. Would you be comfortable with someone just sitting on the side of the road filming you going by? I don't think so. When did Galesburg come in quiet zone? What was it, 2014? They did the Chillicothe sub through there. Then they made the crossing by the Depot quiet zone in 17 or 18. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, if I do plan to go to Hamilton, I'll let you know. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that yet. I'll probably do it in the summer if I do. It would be on the first Wednesday of the month. If you want to meet up somewhere like south of Hamilton, I could do Cincinnati too. Or go into Kentucky. Is that a hawk flying around there? Some sort of predatory bird. Only one mechanical bell between Sheffield and Decatur. How big of a distance is that, David? Newcastle? I'm not sure about that one. That would be. I think that's more Gay Train's area, because he lives in Terre Haute. Yeah, I think CN is the only road left with the standard cab dash 8s. Late May to early August. Okay, I will keep that in mind. That'll make sense. That's when you don't have a pool. I gotcha. Yeah, some short lines have dash 8s, but CN's only class 1. Late May to late July. Okay. I'll tell you something that really surprised me recently. I was doing a few pages up in for crossings up in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, up on the UP Adams sub. And one crossing I photographed there a long time ago, it was Marcy Road. I took some photos there in 2007, and it had a GSE bell at the time. Then in 2008, it got a WCHE bell. Then I finally got back there again in 2018, and it got an NEG bell. And then Someone filmed the UP 4014 going by Marcy Road, and it now has a Chillstream mechanical bell. Like, what the heck? It went through 3 e-bells, and now it's back to a mechanical bell on a Union Pacific crossing. What the heck? I couldn't believe that when I found that video. Yeah, I know, I just filmed the car. I'm talking about cars that are coming on to me, you know, that they can clearly see that I'm recording. Yeah, I don't know if he saw my camera or not. Seeing is weird with the crossings. I need to get up to the Wisconsin Central at some point, because they're starting to replace a lot of the WC signals up there, around Waukesha, I think around Fond du Lac too. So I need to get up there and do a lot of those crossings soon. There's not really any M bells left. There hasn't been for quite a while, but there's quite a few GS Type 1s and even Chillstream Type 1s on the Waukesha sub. So I need to make that a goal of mine for this summer. Chillstream Type 1 Glory, the Mount Clemens sub. Interesting. Chillstream Type 1 Glory is downtown Royal Oak, Michigan. The one crossing with 4 Chillstream Type 1s. That's probably the only one in existence with 4 Type 1s like that. That was interesting to listen to. Yep, we made it over an hour. Thank goodness. I think I'm going to go to an hour and a half and then call it quits there, because I need to go get some food soon. I haven't really eaten anything today other than like one donut. I haven't had a full meal yet. That's the last crossing in the Holly sub type was, really? And yet it has 4 of them. Go figure. What camera do you use? Well, the stream right now I'm doing with my LG V30 Plus. My main camera uses a Canon Vixia HFR 700. It says in the description of all my train videos what camera I'm using. Yeah, here you. Yeah, guys, you see it there. Canon Vixia. Good old basic camcorder. Works good for me. Yes, I have filmed every train on the stream with the Vixia. I'll probably go up to row again at some point. I thought about getting like a higher end camcorder, but I don't know. I just don't really want to fuss with all that. I'm a basic white boy. You know, I like to keep things simple. Don't make it too complicated, because then that just kind of takes the fun out of it. You know, just turn on the camera, press record, and go. That's how I do things. You know, it's good enough. I set up for like 30 minutes with a big tripod and 3 cameras. No, that's just not my style. Yeah, I like using my DSLR for crossing pictures. I do not like it for video, though. I never use my DSLR for video. I should move my camera around, get different shots. When do we ever listen to Seth? Oh, God, what a basketball he was. I keep zooming the camera in. I'm trying to read the chat. Nikon B500. I never really used Nikon cameras much. My mom had a Nikon P900 once, if you remember that. That's the camera that had the 83 times optical zoom. That was a fun camera to use. Great stabilization on it, which is kind of necessary for a